I barely made it on. I'm trying to light my cigar, get everything ready. It's hot. My AC froze up, full of ice. Hoping everybody can hear me just right because I got my volume on auto. So hopefully you guys can hear me. What we got going on today? We're going to talk to Louisiana hunting. Jeremy, talk about how he hunts over there where it's actually green and has water. Rowdy Houndsman, he'll be on whenever he jumps on. He's too busy building a big old, I can hear just fine. Sounds good. Howdy. He's building a big old dog kennel. So make sure everything's adjusted. What else we got going on? Don't forget, we got the Hound Rendezvous August 25th, 24th, or 25th. Let me go to my Branners. First annual Hound Hunters Rendezvous for Arizona. It's August 24th, which is a Saturday. Go to pickandshoveloutfitters.com to sign up for your dinner if you're going to eat there. It's supposed to be a good dinner. So do us a favor, help support the people setting it up. They're making pennies on it if they make anything at all. They're just kind of doing it out of kindness of their heart. Let's get rid of that. What else we got going on? Let's just get Jeremy on. Sounds good here. Because he's running around in his side-by-side, showing off all that green stuff that Arizona never sees.
Yeah, we actually have to mow here.
You got some rain there, too.
It won't stop raining.
It won't stop being hot here. I think we had 104 today.
It's 84 here and 100% humidity.
Oh, there's Rowdy. There's Rowdy. There's Rowdy over there in another dry state.
Oh, yeah, it's hotter than snot out here today. It's like 90-something degrees.
Hey, look at all that green stuff in the background of old Jeremy there.
I'm jealous.
Water. What is that, water? Is that water?
Yeah.
What's that?
Look at that. Rowdy's been spraying his slab for about 3 days now, and it's still sucking up all that water.
Well, we just poured it to this morning. So.
Yeah.
I don't feel sorry for you. I did that last year.
How many yards?
13 yards.
How many people you have with you that knew what they were doing?
1.5.
How many people were there?
4 total.
So we had 8 people doing my dad's 12 yards, and I think
I wish I would have had 8. I would have had to go call people and pay them though.
Well, let me tell you about my 8. Is their ages probably didn't add up to 50.
Oh, kids.
I had my 16-year-old daughter out there. I had my 10-year-old, my 8-year-old at that time, I believe. Yep.
Wait, how long was it?
Dang.
A while ago. Yep.
Well, I mean, a hand is a hand, even if it's a quarter hand. You know.
That's a fact. You know, you give them a rake and a hoe and muck that mud. It sure helps out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we struggled, but we got it done. We're finishing at around 10:45, 11 o'clock. We were finishing, and then.
What was your temperature?
Yeah, that's what I was going.
High is 96 today. I don't know what it was then. I wasn't watching, so probably 80s.
Felt like 110.
Oh gosh, I was sweating like a fat kid. I drank too much last night on top of it. So.
Damn firefighters.
It happened.
Come out good. Looked like you come out good.
Oh, somewhat, it turned out
somewhat straight
for what we had going. Almost had a mistake there. I ordered 2 trucks. They sent me 1 truck, 1 full truck. I was trying to split it up into halves, right? So I ordered 1 truck with. I was thinking about it was. I thought it was going to be about 12 yards. So I ordered first truck was 6 yards, and then I was going to adjust on the second load if we needed more than 6 yards in the second load. Ended up, they sent us 10 yards, and they sent us a short truck with 2 yards while we were in the middle of, working the concrete. I didn't have a chance to talk to them. So I got 10 yards, 2 yards, and then a 1 yard load to finish it off. But it turned out all right. It looks good, and There's nothing wrong with it.
Dogs won't complain.
Oh, they won't complain. They'll be happy when it's all said and done.
Yeah. Is there any ponds in it?
No, there's two little low spots, but that was due to the Home Depot boards.
Maybe you should have bought Harbor Freight boards then.
Probably would have been better.
So, Jeremy, tell us a little bit about your weather.
It's hot and humid.
Yeah, it's just
humid.
hot. What's your temperature there?
Right now it's 84 with 100% humidity.
Ugh.
We got
I was
something.
going to say, humidity there is always higher.
Yeah. Where you at?
Louisiana.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You probably have skeeters like we have skeeters out here, though. I live right next to a big wildlife area that's basically a 20,000 acre lake.
Well,
yes.
Look at that water behind it. Like he showed, there's water. Look at that swamp.
Hey, I got to wear boots like this.
Oh, geez.
For the snakes in the water.
Snakes in the water.
We got something treed.
I said, you want to do a live? He wasn't kidding. He's going live.
I'm trying to get these fat dogs in shape for Arizona. They don't know nothing about running bears.
Ooh, they don't know nothing about that dry ground either.
No, well,
that's something else right there. That's different.
They do pretty decent. The last 2 years it's been dry this time of the year, but this is an exception.
Your guys' is dry. It's way different than ours.
Yeah, it's still got moisture, but it's dry.
Couple helpers here. Yeah. Say hi. This one here is Brooklyn. This is Raylan.
A lot different trying to find these things in the daytime.
Yeah, he's hunting. We'll turn it sideways. Maybe that works a little better.
Victor, jump. Put him at you.
Well, that's Chris, and that's Jeremy.
Jeremy decided he's just going to go hunting.
Do what?
I don't blame him.
Jeremy decided he's just going to go hunting and show off all that moisture.
No, I hadn't been able to run these dogs because of the rain. And when I say rain, I'm talking about thunderstorms and lightning and tornadoes. So.
Oh, yeah, I heard you guys had a bunch of tornadoes out there.
It's been doing that for the last month.
Any cold joints? Are you saw cutting that?
Do what?
Rowdy? Are you saw cutting that, Rowdy?
The slab?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put a couple cuts in it to keep it from cracking.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Jeremy to show me a lion or Black Panther or something.
We ain't got none of them. I've been a cheat.
That's when you get old. You have to use the little binocular.
All right, y'all. You can't see him, but he's right there.
The coon?
Good
That's
dog.
what I say all the
Yes,
time.
sir.
You can't see him, but he's right there.
Yeah.
Well, I can't zoom in on here, but I found him in the thermal. I couldn't see him with my naked eye, but he's there.
There you go, guys. Live coon tree.
Right through there. You can see I can see a dark spot. I don't know if y'all can. Good dog. Good dog. Good dog. Come on, Fury. Come on. Hey. Come on. Good dog. Come on. Good dog.
Get on that.
Come on.
I guess that's how we do it. We don't mess around on free casting. We're really free casting.
Here. Yeah.
Oh, Jeremy, you can't.
The tree nothing. Good boy.
You can't.
Come on.
You can't pull your dogs off a tree. You know what they always say?
That ruins them, right?
If you can pull your dogs off a tree, they're no good.
Come on. Good girl, Fury. He's up there. Good girl.
That's what some people
Hey, y'all,
say.
come on. Up, come on.
Yeah, I get in arguments about it.
I like being able to just say, "Come on, let's go."
Get here. Get here. Get here. Good girl. Come on, Fury.
Well, there's
Come
your
on.
exercise, Jeremy,
Yeah, I'm getting it. Come on, Fury.
for
You
you,
can't pull them off.
and your dogs.
You can go in
Good
the pool.
dog. Come on.
All right, go swim.
Well, that's better than normal.
It won't.
I ain't gonna jinx myself, but normally that big puppy, wherever he's back over on that tree. Come on, Chunk. Normally he's gonna run my 4 or 5 deer before he settles in. But
I know all about that deer running.
come on, big man.
And
Come on.
usually
Good boy.
when you get an audience, they chase everything but what you're supposed to be.
Yeah,
Almost
I
every
was
time.
sitting there waiting on you, and I moved them out of the cornfield over here to the woods, and I be ain't even to go find one. So he didn't find anything in the cornfield.
Listen to that water he's trudging through. I'd kill for that sound.
Water
in Arizona.
moccasins.
Oh yeah, you can keep those.
I've been
Right.
giving rattlesnakes here lately.
Ugh.
Turned
He's
loose
gonna
on
be a-
top of one the other night,
Oh shoot.
and no, thank God nobody got bit, but him.
But him, yeah.
or
I think
her,
I was
whatever.
just listening to a podcast with somebody.
Yeah, he said don't kill him. Hire somebody
No.
to or come get him.
Relocate
that
him.
was Clay. Wasn't that Clay Newcomb?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a snake lover.
No, we
Love
won't
him
talk about
too.
that, Sissy.
from a distance.
But to make up for that, he had a good podcast today with Dan Gates.
Did he
Look
get?
there. I didn't even see him jump on. See
Oh,
what happens
shoot.
when Brett's office is a walk 3 steps away?
He
I already
finished
got it.
with his honeydews.
I already got a message from my wife saying, "Where are you at?"
Good boy. Good girl. Good girl, Gypsy.
I just came on here to
You guys-
listen to Louisiana Hunting's accent.
Mine
And
ain't
he
as
treated
bad. I'm
Coon.
in the northern part, so
Your
treated
accent
Coon
isn't
live.
bad.
well, maybe to y'all, but not as bad as the South Louisiana folks.
He can't understand the South ones. We can't understand none of them.
Well, I think Rowdy's probably got a bad accent, in my
No.
point of view. But I mean, I'm
Well,
not
that's
picking
an
on Rowdy.
attitude.
So he
That's a
treated
bad attitude.
he treated daytime coon.
Yeah,
Cool.
they have coons back there, Brett.
Do they?
Not many where I'm at.
You're not many is probably are overpopulated.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's let's see. The guy that lets me hunt this place, they had some problems 4 or 5 years ago, and so I thinned them pretty good, which is not good when you're training puppies, but it makes them better dogs because I got to go find them
What do you mean? Why isn't it good for the puppies?
because there's not 9 sitting in every tree.
Oh,
Oh,
I mean, all they have
Try
to do is
check-
run down the turn road and just stop and bark once or twice in their tree, and there's 9 of them.
try chasing lions in the areas me and Brett hunt. We was just talking about that today, weren't we, Brett?
oh yeah.
Not dogs aren't as good as they are because of the lion population.
You got to. I don't know. Of course, my philosophy is you got to keep them a little trashy.
I got that covered.
If you don't
me too.
if you don't catch enough lions to get them trained up and get them broke, you need to leave them a little trashy. So at least when you do come across a lion track, they'll trail it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel that one.
I had a kid call me today, and we've been kind of talking about. We just talked about this. We talked about rigging lions, and he says, "You ever rigged a lion?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "They rig different. It's kind of weird." And he said, "Man, I just rigged my first lion." He goes, "It was crazy because we thought it was a bear, and he put his nose down like it was a lion, like it wasn't. Bear dogs, they put their heads up and go if they rig it." And ended up trailing it for a little while, and they found the track, so he figured out it was a lion. But he said they rigged and put their nose down, took off, and they were trailing a lion.
So, did they get caught up to the lion?
No, they ran it till about 11 o'clock, got hot, got about 90
So-
degrees, and
how far behind him do they think they were? Well, I mean, did they rig the track? Is that what they
I don't
did?
know. He thinks they were like 4 hours, maybe. I don't know. He says it was a pretty fresh track.
What?
Okay.
Where was this at?
Arizona, up north by me.
Wow.
But I said, this is my theory, and everything's always my theories because I don't, is, even when a lion comes through in the morning and there's a little bit of moisture, and that moisture might just sit there until it gets that perfect degree where it releases. That's water, Brett.
What's that dog doing? What's it in?
I'm trying to figure it out.
That's saying.
They call that swimming.
Brought them to the playground.
Never heard of
Well, my dogs would run and get back in the truck.
When our dogs cross something that's deep and like that, it's powder. It's powder sand.
I just went to our little old state youth hunt weekend before last, and they had a water race for the first time, and some of those dogs actually ran around instead of crossing the water. So they were from out of state with them, and they didn't know what water was either. Have you ever seen a hound that couldn't swim?
Yes,
but
I probably got a
found
bunch.
some.
I had
save them in a boat.
one of my main dogs. I take him down that creek, and he would not. He did his best to find a way across that creek where he didn't have to swim. He just never liked the water.
Back to the rigging. I was real curious about that because I've told that story a jillion times when Mike Martell came down and stayed with me, and we were driving up through the mountains, and one of my dogs barked in the box, and usually I just get mad at him for barking in the box. And he said, "What's that dog doing?" I said, "I don't know. She just barked." And he said, "Well, look at her. She's got her nose stuck out there and twitching. She's smelling something." He said, "Is she broke?" I said, "Oh, she's bent real good, And he said, "No, she's smelling something, that draft's coming out of that canyon, and that's going over Emery Pass. Now that's high country, about 8,000 foot elevation, and it's just little horseshoe turns coming down." And so we went down. I found a little place turned off, and I let her out. She ran over there, and she had rigged a scrape, and where a lion had scraped. Now we couldn't trail the lion though. I mean, you couldn't trail out of there, but she rigged that scrape.
Well, how many times have you walked into a canyon where you smelled cat piss?
Oh yeah.
So if you got a canyon, even if it's a mile down the road and you got a good little thermal blowing right up through that canyon, them dogs are going to get a whiff of it. I had my Andy dog rigged one time, 80 yards treed. I'm all, what is that?
That's my scruffy.
It was a porcupine.
They're winning something right here.
They're treeing. Look at the dog's dancing.
That dog's dancing.
They're winning something.
That's like a bear dog right there. That's what bear dogs do. They look up and they jump around.
These will tree them. Especially that one that was swimming earlier. She loves them.
Yeah. Well, you got the water there too. And I told that kid, I said, just for shits and giggles, if you find a dry lion crack, carry you a little spray bottle and spray that ground and see if that dog will. When your cells fall off and they hit the ground, they stay there and they dry out. But it's like anything. You could have alfalfa laying on the ground, dried out. If it gets wet, you smell it. I said, do a little project and just spray an old lion track and see if that dog will act like he wants to work it after it's been kind of rehydrated. You watch, they will.
I've never heard of that and never tried it myself.
That's a Chris Watson special live theory. Try it out. Try it out and get back to us.
You should charge for that information.
I should.
Write a book.
Only if it works, Brett.
I'm going to write a book. I'm going to write a book just on what I think. Not even if I try it.
There's a bunch of people who have already done that, Chris. You won't be the first.
Yeah.
Theories by Chris Watson.
How many lions you caught? I don't know, 3/4 of one. So, yep.
Good boy,
guys. I gotta go. I was still in my office when you sent the link and everything. So, but
I said I'm gonna send that link in case he's bored.
I wish I had time, but man, my Monday nights, I use it all up, and then my wife's got dinner ready, so I better.
His
I
tummy
know me.
telling him it's time to go.
Yeah, I've been through one wife before, and it's not cheap. So,
Nope.
so I kind of
Thanks for
take care of
jumping
this
on.
one. You bet. Thank you guys. Have a good time. I'll probably
Have a
sit
good
in there and watch you. I just can't participate much.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Hey,
All right,
Take
later.
care. Talk to you later.
So what you got going on there in Louisiana, Jeremy?
Trying to get ready for Arizona.
Man, you're really going to come out, aren't you?
I told you I was.
I'm trying to get Rowdy to come out, but
I'll make it eventually. It's just during the season, during the hot, dry months. That's my busy season.
we just had a fire. I don't know what started it yet, but someone just told me that it burnt 4 houses because it blew from. It started up the hill, blew down, caught 4 houses on fire, and then we got that little short white grass in the desert. It's yellow and it just burns. I don't think you could keep up with it.
Yeah.
So I see it headed down there with a grader when to cut some paths, but it's dry. It's dry.
Yeah, and as soon as you put a wind on it, anything over about 2 mile an hour wind, and it
was.
really.
I think we
makes
had a
it
little
tough to
10
stop.
mile blown at 100 miles, and it acts like it's moving 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, 10 mile an hour, you're gonna be struggling to get it stopped.
Yep. So, but you by yourself, Jeremy?
Yeah, I wish it was dry out here right now.
We all wish it was wet. I take that rain. I've wanted to move back east.
Well, that grass
Somewhere.
is waist high.
Yeah, I see that dog.
Dog's jumping up back there.
Yeah.
He's waiting on something he can bite. He likes pigs and bears.
What else you got coming up, Jeremy? You got some shows coming up?
Well,
You do those tournaments, don't you?
yeah, on occasion when it's not raining or I'm not sick. I just did, like I said, the Louisiana State PKC youth hunt or youth championship 2 weeks ago. Had a good time there. I was supposed to have went to the Mississippi State one, and my mom had surgery, so I wasn't able to leave and go that far off that weekend. Theirs is actually bigger, and that's the one that we kind of got all our ideas from. I mean, it's a blast. I mean, it's pretty much similar to your Catha hunts.
Yeah, except we only probably got like 20 dogs.
Well, they had 24 signed up for the night hunt, which that's generally going to be your older, more experienced kids, and which for a youth hunt, that's pretty good size.
Yeah.
Last year we had 60. But this water and all's got a lot of kids backed off of it because it's deep in places. But I didn't get to go to the $100,000 hunt this year because it was raining and I wasn't taking my equipment out in that rain. So,
Can you hear me better now?
I ain't never had a problem hearing you.
I had my
Yeah, I hear you
razor.
fine.
I had my razor microphone on. It's way over there. Not my microphone here, and it was loud. I kept muting it so I could clear my throat. And when I said 20 dogs, I was on mute, and you heard me. Oh, there's Benny Griffin. What have you got to say, Benny? Oh, he's the one that said Tom White rig line. That dog's a practicing ballerina. Foxtails. No, it's not foxtails where I'm at. It's just short grass. Short, dirty grass.
Foxtail's been horrible here at my house. I'm afraid to let my dogs out in the yard.
I've never had a dog snort one.
I've had it a couple.
Maybe I have, and I just didn't do nothing about it. I don't know.
But
I'm
No
that
problem right there.
What is that?
Johnson grass.
Yeah.
All the little seeds.
Yeah, I mean, this is wheat, but it's got smaller seeds, but they kind of look similar to that. and they get in the dog's eyes, up his nose, gives them problems. Luckily,
Yeah,
this road don't have much on it. It's got wheat and clover on it. So
all we got to worry about is dirt and sand most time. So tell us a little bit about coon hunting back that way.
it's been slow here lately. And normally I don't go in the daytime, but here lately I take every opportunity I can, trying to see where all my dogs are.
What's the season there? Is it all year?
Yeah, pursuit season is all year. During open trapping season, they have a limit on how many you can take during the off season. You can take 2 per party per night, and during trapping season, it's unlimited.
I don't know if we have a actual. I never looked to see if we had a limit. Actually, probably should. I don't think we do.
I try not to take any this time of the year because we got little ones, and my luck, I shoot old sow, and I just don't. You can't tell what these things are compared to something bigger.
Down where the creek where we hunt, or I used to hunt. I don't hunt there much. We didn't shoot. I think I shot maybe 1 or 2. If it was by the golf club, the clubhouse, we shot them. They don't like them in there. But anywhere out on our creek, I didn't. But someone come in and trap them all out, or people like to kill everything. Drives me crazy, especially coons. Like, what are you gonna do with a coon? Those guys didn't do nothing with them. Pelt ain't worth a crap.
Some people eat them.
Yeah, we got people here.
I'd like to. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna pit one.
Whatever.
One day.
I don't know if I could do it.
I've skinned too many. I never have ate one. They just have a stink to them. Yeah.
And like coyotes, I couldn't eat a coyote. I've seen guys online will eat a coyote. And they're like, it tastes, it's gamey, but it tastes like, something or another. But I'm like, no thanks.
Well,
you guys,
if somebody knows what they're doing with a coon, that it smells like the best roast you've ever smelled in your life, but just can't get past the smell.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I don't know if I could try it.
I don't know. I would.
I mean, if I was hungry, if I wasn't if I was starving to death or survival, in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
well,
that's different.
To eat one.
If you pit anything, you put anything in a pit, it's usually pretty good. Oh, Sprite.
Yeah.
Javelina. Look at Javelina. They stink like ass. You got to cut that titty off the back as soon as you shoot.
Oh, I've heard that. Yeah.
Yep.
That gland.
I did. I remember trying to cut one off, and son of a gun was still alive. It was a little bit too soon.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't. I just cut them up, made mistakes, and I didn't like them, or I didn't mind them.
Oh.
I think you could eat anything.
Well, I've seen Javelina and like make tacos out of them, like shredded tacos.
Chorizo. Everybody makes chorizo or tamales out of Javelina.
Yeah. I mean, that's telling you something. It's probably a stronger flavor.
Yeah.
Something to knock the flavor down.
Yeah. Cover it
chorizo.
up. Blend it.
Chorizo hides everything.
It does.
Tamales too.
Essentially, though, talking about raccoons, they're essentially a small bear.
What's nasty? That stuff is nasty. What, Missy?
Chorizo.
You put. I guarantee you, I could.
I love me some chorizo.
Yeah.
I could grind up a coyote, make some tamales out of it, and people wouldn't notice the difference.
I wouldn't knowingly eat it.
Exactly. Be leery
dog
around.
to me. I don't know if I'd eat a dog if I was hungry, I guess.
Right.
But I think we talked about this Monday, the horses,
I'd eat the heck out of a horse, I don't have no mental block on that.
Just like elk with a little bit of sugar on it.
Right.
My opinion. But too many horses. You guys listen to Clay Newcomb's podcast with Dan Gates today?
I
I
didn't.
haven't. No, I
Listen
was
to
too
it.
busy doing concrete.
That Dan Gates, just for the record, I had Dan Gates on a long time ago. But I tell you what, he's gotten even smarter than that, and it's been months, and that guy knows his shit.
Good.
I mean, he
See,
knows
Glad to hear it.
What the deal
anybody
is?
that's a hunter. What's that?
What the deal is he knew you were trying to poach Brett Reeves from him, so he poached Dan Gates from you.
Yeah. We talked a little crap about Chris Powell too on Monday, and hoping to get a little rise out of him, but we didn't get no dirty emails saying to shut up. I'm still waiting on.
Just have a trash race going.
Maybe that's what we'll call it, trash race.
My putt just opened up.
Trashy Wednesday.
Trashy Wednesday. But Brett, that Dan Gates, he'll lay it out for you. If you're a hunter in the United States, and if he can't get you to donate $5, $10, then you have no business talking about conservation.
Yeah.
I don't even care. Like I guess I didn't win those rifles. I think that might have already been done, but I bought the 3 tickets for $100 for that rifle. So, and I bought that bourbon. I bought that ledged up. I just thought it was kind of cool.
I wanted to buy it, but I was trying to save my pennies for this cement.
Oh, it comes out to about $100 time you're done.
I figured. Yeah.
But I don't know if I get it before the rendezvous, maybe I'll bring it out there and we'll all just take a shot.
There you go.
I'll build a bunch of shot glasses out of my El Pato cans.
El Pato, yeah, there you go.
So, but nope. Oh, Dan Gates, that guy has heart for it. He has ambition. He's not just doing it. They're paying him to do it, I'm sure, to get around, but he goes all over the place. He's at every dinner and he knows everything. And I was just
sounds like he's got the drive, which most of us don't have the drive to do that politicking.
Don't have the right words and don't have the right attitude. I think he's rough enough. He's rough enough to punch someone in the face, but can also help him up and shake his hand. And say, now let's talk. I was just talking to the Arizona Trapping Association, a lady there. I think she's like secretary or whatever. And, I was telling her, I said, what the problem is we all trying to do this nonprofit crap. I said, we can't do nonprofit. You think that nonprofit, Hasis or PETA, they're not nonprofit. They're just burning up all their money. Oh God, we made $100,000 profit. Guess what? You get a bonus. I said, I don't want to
goes to their CEO.
I've been thinking about a national conservation thing. I've actually got it all picked out and everything. And I said, but I'm not doing it for free. I want to make $250. I don't want to make money. I want $250,000 a year to spend so I can go get me a hound. I want to have a fresh puppy all the time. You have to have a puppy, 8-week-old puppy all the time. And you go around to these schools and you have your trained hound and you go around and you educate. I want $250,000 a year. I want you to pay me that so I can go just to have an expense. I want $1.5 million in an account, just like Hasis does for a lawyer, You
got to have one of those little skinny, sad-looking ones, though.
Yeah, you got to have that cute little puppy.
Hearts,
Sarah McLachlan music going as you walk in.
Yeah.
With it.
Yep. And you got to travel around and educate people about tradition, culture, working dogs, Yeah. But I'm not doing it nonprofit. I want to match. If Hasis is spending $100,000 a year printing pamphlets, I want to spend $125,000 a year spending, money on pamphlets. You can't treat it like a nonprofit. Oh, boo-hoo. No. There's enough people out there. And most of these hunters and they're kind of chicken shits and they're talking shit. But what do you think's going to happen when they're done with hounds? the way Dan Gates was talking about it, they're writing up all this language to exclude dogs from everything, period. And then he was also talking about another legislative move where it says you have to eat everything you catch. So, and he said, I caught 400. He does I think he does a trapping business for houses, whatever, nuisance. And he said he caught 400 coyotes last year. I'm not going to eat those. But me, yeah, cut them up, grind them up for hamburgers, donate it to your local soup
Food banks.
shelter.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, it's
There you
free
go.
dog food, Chris.
Or dog food. It didn't say it has to be human consumption, So donate that hamburger.
Well, the problem with the dang coyotes is they got them pinworms and shit that you have to worry about, so you have to cook it.
Well,
Oh,
I tell you,
Bear has.
what our trappers do here when they catch those coyotes live, they inject them with Ivomec, so they worm the fire out of them.
There you go.
Well, Bear has trichinosis. You don't see us not eating those.
Yeah.
Cook them.
Well, I was just talking about feeding it to the dogs and stuff, right? It'd be spending money cooking it.
I tell you, my dogs may have trichinosis. So it's much bear meat, fat, and stuff I fed them.
Yeah.
I had an 83-year-old guy. We killed a bear. I didn't kill it. A friend of mine killed a bear. Nice little squared up boar. Nothing. He was probably 180, but he was real pretty color, real blocky. Shot it with that 32 lever action. I don't know what it was. 32 Craig.
32 Wayland.
It might have been. I have to text him. It killed that bear dead. It was crazy. That guy cuts a piece of meat up there. I said, I've never had bear. And I said, hey, don't eat that. And he was already chewing on it. I said, But I guess when you're 83 years old, still riding a horse, and he'd never been bear hunting. He was a lion hunter. And I took him. I said, jump in my truck. And we're running around rigging. My dogs are running. If I was on a horse, if I was on my mule, I said, nah. I said, there's 3 fences right here. I said,
Yeah.
And I was doing 100 miles an hour to get over. They went from Lake Mountain to Wolf Mountain, which is about 4 miles straight as an arrow run. And they made it quick. I said, you're not keeping up with the bear. Not right here. Not ever, Especially them fast running bears. I said, you're going to be riding a lot. So, yeah. But he ate that raw meat piece of bear. And I couldn't tell you if that guy's still alive. He lived at my dad's for a bit, and then he ended up moving up somewhere else.
Yeah.
So,
well, Steve Ranella, he got trichinosis, and he said it one of his interviews. He said it was painful.
it was like the flu times 10.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what he said the symptoms were, but I remember him saying it hurt, like his body ached.
Well, and that's crazy because he's a cooking fool.
Yeah.
He was
Like
cooking it over an open fire, and it was getting dark on him. I don't think you could see how done it was.
That makes sense.
That's when you just burn it. What does it have to be? 160 to kill that trichinosis?
I think.
Yeah, I think 165 for like 10 or 15 minutes or something like that.
Yep.
Kills everything in it.
I better start doing a little better because I see 160 and I pull it off so I don't overcook it.
Shoot, my beef and venison or elk don't even reach 160.
Oh, I don't even check temperature. When I cook my chicken, I hit 160 and pull it and let it sit. My old lady, she says, I don't know if I like this texture. That's called chicken that ain't dry. That's good chicken.
I love a good, perfectly cooked thigh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just falling off the bone, not dry.
Yep.
Juicy.
People get scared though on chicken and they overcook it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I figure you got to have botulism or salmonella at least once in your life to appreciate the good stuff.
Talked him up on me.
Uh-oh. What's he chasing? Some
moccasin.
Find one?
Yeah, found 2.
Can you catch it and hold it up for us in the camera so we see it?
Yeah, I'm fixing to. soon as I put Dumb and Dumber up.
Are you for people who might be listening to this as a podcast later? we'll give you play by play when he gets swollen up and falls down.
He's got a picker upper stick. I like that.
Oh, I never used one
Smart.
of those. Always just put a stick on them and caught them behind their head.
Yeah,
Rattlesnakes.
I've caught a lot of snakes over the years, but I never messed with the poisonous ones.
And we got a tree. Well, these are in this dadgum grass. And you can't see him.
They're rattling?
No, it's a water moccasin.
They don't rattle. They don't have rattles.
Well, they'll wiggle
They're
their
dead.
tail. Oh, it's just a rat snake. Never mind. Y'all hear that?
Oh, yeah.
We treat again.
Bragger.
Be nice to have that much game.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd have
look at
a
them.
lot
I
better
don't
dogs
have
than I got.
nothing. I ain't got
ain't
nothing
bragging.
here.
This might not be what we was after.
Oh. Got a squirrel?
I don't know. The squirrel dogs are in the truck. Like,
You know, you do this live right if you caught a mountain lion over in that area. First one.
yeah.
That'd
Or a
be
Black
neat.
Panther.
Right.
I've been trying to find a bear. I mean, but I guess they're all gone. I don't know where they went.
Do you
So
have
we're in
any
that
down that
CW.
way?
Yes, indeed.
Huh.
I can, when they cut this corn, you can sit in this field any evening and see at least 4 or 5
Fat ones.
big fat ones. I mean, we have some monsters.
Ah.
Some of y'all would be jealous of. So, but they're so spread out now and they're actually having to work for it. They may not weigh as much as they once did.
Yeah. Exercise.
Well,
Are
we're
they
in that
planting that?
CWD zone, so we can't bait
Oh.
for deer. So
So what does baiting have to do with the CWD
they
congregation?
say that's where the deer congregate, and they said that we can't bait, but you get out here and they're out here by the hundreds in the field right beside each other. So
Right.
How's that CWD passed?
through the saliva,
Oh,
the mucus glands of the animal's head.
so they slobbering all over that corn. They can pass it to the next one.
Right.
Gotcha.
Or anywhere they lick or blow boogers.
Hey, Rowdy,
whatever.
it wasn't there a couple cases in California?
Yeah,
Like-
just 2 cases, and they're spread out by like 150 miles. First ever
Like-
recorded. I want to say one was in like 3 Rivers, and the other one was in Merced, Mariposa County, something like that. So it was a 32 Wayland. Yep, it's only 32 caliber that was made. They didn't have another number behind it. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That's probably what it was. And I remember him telling me, I don't think he was like a 32-30 or nothing. It was like, he just called it 32. And I said, what isn't that, a pistol round? I'm making fun of him for it. Jeremiah.
Howdy, Jeremiah.
Oh, here's a bragger. I treated bear today. That's why I'm late.
Who?
Tim Brink. I think he's in Idaho. Oh, Missy never told us what was nasty.
Yes,
Talking
you
about
did.
coon. I guess we're just gonna sit here and watch him tree all night.
Hey, that's more action than I've had all month.
I know.
I've been working my butt off. Haven't had time to go hunting.
Well, you ain't gonna see up this one.
To everybody listening, Jeremy's running around bragging how many raccoons he can tree in one show.
Hey,
We've
this
been
has
on
actually a
45
pretty good
minutes.
hunt.
We've been on 45 minutes and he's treed 2 already.
Yeah.
Oh, foxtails.
Oh yeah, foxtails. I don't like them. I
You know,
burned
they
out-
get stuck. They get stuck in your horse's throat too.
Throat, their gums, their
Yeah.
nostrils. I've had horses. It was like a big old dip of Copenhagen, just solid pack on their lower lip. You pull them off pasture and just like their lips hanging out.
We don't
You
have
go
Swollen
in
any.
up.
there and it's like a 2 to 3 finger friggin' pack of nothing but foxtails stuck in their lips, and you have to pull them out between their teeth, down along their cheeks, in between their teeth. Bad.
What's
Well,
bad? Can't look up this tree.
you know what the hardest thing the tree in is? Palm
Well-
trees. You ever tried to find a coon in a palm tree?
No.
You would think it'd be easy. Absolutely not.
The fleur.
Thermal. But it ain't doing me any good right now. That's about as far away as I can get. I can't get to the
Man.
top of it.
That thing's a full tree.
The canopy. Hey, y'all might know what that is. It's a cedar.
I like cedars.
We know what cedars are. But ours are little bushes here.
Well, ours aren't much bigger. I mean, they do get big. But all right, dogs. All
I'll
right.
see cedars that are 4 foot across at the base at work. I'll be
What's the biggest recorded
80
cedar?
foot
It's
tall.
like, yeah, the round of it. Isn't it like 14 foot or 16 foot? Or
I don't know.
Elizabeth would know.
She's smart though. I'm not.
Come on.
She is. She knows all that good stuff.
Get here.
I need to get her on again.
Here. Gypsy, here.
No, I there's the redwoods there in California, like General Grant, General Sherman. No, they're like 2,500, 2,800 years old, 16 foot across, not around, 16 foot across, like
Yeah.
edge to edge. It takes like 30 people, average guys, to interlock hands to reach around them, something like that.
Crazy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a little vacation one day, and that's what I'm gonna do is hit all those Yosemite, and I'm gonna go pet some bison. I hear they're real easy to get up to, close to.
Go out to Yellowstone and go
Yeah,
do the annual bison petting.
yeah. I hear that. I hear if you go up to them, they'll come right up to you, let you pet them.
They will. They might
If
toss
if
you.
I hear if you're Chinese, they even come faster.
I love watching those shows where a freaking big bull just hook them and go flinging them, and they just look like a freaking rag doll flying through the air.
Oh man, people.
Hilarious.
And there's enough of that on YouTube and social media where you would think they'd get the hint.
Yeah.
Nope. And I could see an out of country person going there, not really, because they just sitting around. Them bison are just sitting there. They look like cattle there, and they go up to them, take some pictures. But I tell you what, man, they're not predictable at all.
No.
Well, I guess they are. Sooner or later, they're going to get you.
You're right that you can predict that. Eventually, they're going to hook somebody.
What else you got over there in Louisiana? You got gators right where you're hunting now at all?
Yeah.
That's something I'm really glad I don't have to deal with. I'll deal with rattlesnakes, right? But having a dog out and just losing them, never coming back, that's like
dog and whatever collars you got on.
Yeah.
I was going to say, does that collar just kind of float around out there?
Yeah, they sit there and wait on dogs. Anything over 6 foot is bad on a dog. They just went back out and got on the same tree.
It's there. What else you got going on there, Rowdy?
Oh, just poured that slab this week. Working. I've got next week off, but then the following 3 weeks I've got a bunch of overtime. Got to buy all the rest of the materials for these dog kennels.
How big is that?
So I'm gonna have 10 stalls. Each stall is gonna be inside 5x10, and then dog house at the back of that. So technically it'll be like 12 foot long, but it'll be nice Best kennels I've ever had.
Well, you're talking about putting a big yard too.
Yeah, I'll have a fenced-in area, probably about a third of an acre, half an acre, something like that.
Let them run around in.
Yeah. He's a
Your
big boy.
dogs.
Yeah.
Hold just a second.
You got
John Henry.
John Henry.
Oh, John.
Like, oh, what is this? I just covered
You don't
my
have to hide
face.
your face, boy.
I just covered my face.
A
How old is he?
little over, or just under 2.5. So.
So he does that sensory thing on the puppies when you have puppies.
Oh, you got to turn them upside down, tickle their
Yep.
feet, tickle them feet.
Yeah, I like. Becky Dwyer is supposed to get on and talk about that sensory thing, whatever it's called, neurological.
Yeah.
I call it. I have 2 twin girls since 2 years old have went into the whelping pen and just manhandled them.
Yep. That's what I like to do. Is I don't have 2 twin girls, but I got 2 girls, and I just put them in the mud room, back porch, and
Yep.
here, keep them in a kennel, but have at it, kids.
Hey, Jeremy, your hunting area over there, is it public or is it a lot of private?
It's mostly private. I mean, I live right next to 100,000 acre national wildlife refuge that's open to hunting, and then I've got a 19,000 acre state an area that's open. I live less than 2 miles from the 100,000 acres, and then probably a half a mile from the 19,000 acre one.
Yes.
So do you got roads on that wildlife refuge, or do you have to walk in?
They have trails. If you're coon hunting, you either got to walk or ride a horse or a mule.
Stepped on my toes. It's all right.
Yeah. Look at all them girls.
Yeah.
Stinking little girls.
My girls right here. These are my hunting buddies, huh?
Yeah. Uh-huh. The one with the blue lips.
Yeah, this one over here.
You didn't send him any of your kids, did you, Chris?
No, but I can.
Twin girls.
I got enough I got a couple spares on my last ones.
Get here.
Got a spare boy and a spare girl.
Get here.
So, and then the private land, most time you can get permission on that?
For coon hunting, you can. Deer hunting is not cheap.
They're kind of picky.
Got to pay to hunt them, huh?
Yeah, there's some places around here that you actually have to buy stock in. They have like a homeowners association where you got to have a certain square foot camp, and then you still pay a hunting club membership of like 10 to 20,000 a year.
Whoa! Hey!
Yeah, there's some big deer in this area, so we're in a trophy area for white.
I wish I had the funds to do that kind of cool stuff.
Don't we all? I don't know.
I was gonna say I don't know if I'd spend that much money on just a deer.
No.
For $120,000, I could go out in somewhere, another state, go on private or public land, camp for the year, scout the area, and probably get a big deer.
That's a lot of hunting. On do-it-yourself hunts.
This public land right here, they kill some monsters every year. Well, it's been a while they killed a big one, but they kill a bunch of 170s every year.
Yeah.
On public land.
It's mommy's. You have to ask mommy to use that.
Matter of fact, on the other side of the property that I'm on, my battery may die on us. My uncle killed a 186-inch deer 6 years ago, I think.
That's a stud, man.
Unless you're in the Kaibab.
Oh
yeah, well that's mule deer. It's a little different.
Yeah.
I shot
one of my best whitetails. I shot up in Montana on public land. 162-inch buck.
Wow,
that's pretty nice.
He's the best buck I've ever shot, and it was a good hunt. It was fun.
What do you got over there, Jeremy?
What are you talking about?
What kind of deer you got over there?
Whitetails.
That's it?
Mm-hmm. Yep, whitetails and hogs, and bears, turkeys.
So do you hunt hogs at all?
Yes.
Not with your dogs or with your dogs?
Yeah, these two right here.
Oh,
They'll run them and bay them.
I wish we had hogs here in Nevada.
All of us people who don't have hogs wish we have hogs. All
Well,
those people that have hogs can't.
Don't want them.
There's a saying that those that don't have them will have them.
Yeah. They had some here north of me, I don't know, like 2012 or something like that. Someone turned them loose there right on the state line. But I guess Nevada Department of Wildlife went out there with a copter and killed them all. I don't know, it was like a dozen and a half, something like that. What happened? Is he okay? All right.
Well,
all.
I don't know if this will do it justice. See if I can adjust the brightness.
You're bright on our side.
I'm talking about on this.
Oh.
Well, let me find my. That's thick.
Yeah.
Where my puppy
dense.
barking at is hell on earth. You don't want to try to even walk through, especially in this heat. You'll 100 yards and die.
Yeah.
It's that bad thick. I mean, the dogs have a hard time going through it, but pig.
Just
that
plow it.
Here is Pig Haven.
Yep.
And that back over here, if you see the tall trees right here, those trees, that's a refuge.
Where are you at in that state? Where are you at in that state?
Well, northeastern part.
Northeast.
Yeah.
And it gets wetter the more southern you go, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're kind of highland, but we're on the Mississippi River Delta, so it's wet here. And this dirt's different anywhere else in the world. It's not clay, but I don't know if you
is it that river soot stuff?
Yeah, we call it buckshot. And it sticks to you. You walk through it, and you'll gain 200 pounds. Your feet will be big as a 55-gallon drum when you get finished walking through it.
Reminds me of that when they were filming Josie Wells. They had to readjust the cameras because when they was walking through that mud, they'd gain 6 inches of mud, and their heads would get higher, so they had to constantly readjust the cameras as they went.
Well, this just squishes out and just sticks to itself.
Okay. Yeah, and then you mix it in with the freaking grass, and it turns into mortar. Or not mortar.
Yeah, you can build a hut out of it.
Yeah.
But in the summertime, when it's dry, you can drop a 24-inch crescent wrench and lose it. The cracks
just powdery.
It's just cracks.
Oh, when it dries up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it never gets powdery. It's like pebbles. Pebble Beach is basically what it's like, but it's just nasty mud.
Huh.
It don't come off of anything. Pressure washer hates it.
Huh.
Yep. Sounds like clay to me. Clay's dirty. Hate it.
Well, our clay actually is red and it comes off. It don't stick to you as bad.
Ours is red and sticks to everything. Turns everything red.
Oh, it'll turn everything red.
You get a 3-inch lift in your truck when you're driving around in it.
Yeah.
Well, at least back where I used to hunt in California, when it was wet, you'd get it all gummed up inside your fender wells, and it would just start weighing the whole truck down.
Yep.
Some of those roads, you just didn't drive them when it was wet because it was bad. It would just gum up in there. And
the ruts, you get the one set of ruts. So here you get ruts. Everybody drives that same road and you get ruts, and when it rains, you can't come out of them. Once you're in that rut, you turn those tires sideways and it just
like you're in a
tire
trap.
goes down. Yeah, it don't matter.
Yep.
Yeah, this over here is so bad that if it's wet, you just about need a half-linger with some like 12-inch hooves just to be able to tread the mud. And when you get finished riding, it'll look like a Clydesdale.
Grew 6 inches.
Mm-hmm.
What's that brindle dog, Jeremy?
The blackmouth
Question.
cur.
Isn't it supposed to be a plot that far east?
No, that's a blackmouth cur. He's got papers.
Isn't your mommy in the front
He's the
room?
first brindle one I've ever
Well,
seen.
why don't you ask
So,
her instead of
yeah.
asking me in the bedroom?
You running pigs with him?
Yeah. He runs
do you-
whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say you kind of run everything with all your dogs, don't you? Or
Well, with these two, now the rest of them, they're supposed to not be trashy, but two of them are bad trashy. Before you got on this evening, I was shocking that puppy, but
stimulating.
I don't know what you want to call it. I was trying to stimulate him to come back and quit running deer.
Manipulating. There you go. What else do you hunt over there with when you're not hunting your dogs?
I hunt just about everything you can hunt. Turkeys, hogs, deer.
So are you pretty much can hunt all year long with something?
Yeah, pigs and coons are all year long. So
Yeah.
That's nice.
But you don't want to run hogs in the summertime unless you're running them at night, and then you're still going to kill dogs, from the heat.
Yeah.
Or the pigs. But it's just bad humid. It's like altitude, somebody from back east, like myself, comes out to altitude, I can't breathe for a couple of days. And, somebody from out west comes out here, you're choking, you're drowning your own air.
And I went to basic training in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Coming from Arizona, that was thick. And then my AIT, I went over to Fort Jackson in North Carolina.
Yeah, it's humid over there too.
Well, it was 40 degrees in the morning, and a lot of them guys come out in their sweats. And I remember I came out in my shorts, and I'm like, man, so the humidity at 4 in the morning was 80%.
I just don't know.
It's too hot to have a fire.
Oh, I think his battery died.
Oh no.
Just us now.
No marshmallows right now.
Okay.
Oh,
We'll see.
bad daddy.
Yeah,
Bad
they're wanting to
daddy.
roast marshmallows and it's 97 degrees.
I'm laughing.
Yeah, he's laughing.
I'm laughing. My kids do the same thing.
Yeah, you're silly.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I think you're funny.
Oh, okay.
I think you should get marshmallows.
I don't even know if we have marshmallows.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do?
Yes, one.
Oh.
Small ones or the big ones?
Small ones.
The little bitty ones like that? How are you gonna? They're like that big, dude. They're like a nibble.
Put them in the microwave.
That big.
Turn them into a puff.
Yep.
I
Goop.
know that big.
Oh, that big? Okay. Well, we'll see after Daddy's off the phone.
Okay.
All right.
I can roast one for you, Mommy, and Dad.
Okay.
About that. Okay.
They don't want to talk. They don't want to talk to you till you're on the phone. I swear to God.
That's every time. Every time.
I can literally put my phone down on the table, sit there, and just sit there at the table. 45 minutes, an hour. Just sit there, stare at people. And I can pick that phone up, go to look at something.
All they want to
There
do is
they
talk
are.
to you.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, I was literally
Hanging on
sitting here for an hour, and you guys have to come up to me now.
Right?
Well, anyways,
Hey. Get off the bed.
listen to that Bear Grease podcast, anybody.
Yeah.
Because that Dan Gates lays it out straight. It's a real good podcast.
Yeah.
Real good
I'll
podcast.
definitely listen to it. I just haven't got to it is all.
Just use a torch lighter. Get your Zippo out
Yep.
for those little ones. No, Dan Gates, that guy. I don't know if he's intelligent or if it's just repetition anymore.
It's probably both. Like
Yes.
he seems to be like just a smart guy, but he's able to get he's able to articulate a lot better than most of us are.
Very quick-witted.
Yeah.
He knows the answer to most things. So,
Yeah, the retention of facts, that's huge whenever you're trying to debate or you're trying to teach others. Being able to recall, numbers and just facts in general at the drop of a hat is
Yep.
That's tough.
Yeah, no, he knows them. He knows them. And for all you people sitting at home, Dan has said this 100 times. If they win, it's going to make it tough for every state to win because they're going to have a protocol.
Hey, get that out of here. It's making too much noise. Bringing the Barbie truck in here.
Oh, I feel your pain. I swear. I at my house, I have my own little office. I had built an office trailer back in 2000, and I put a wood floor in it, drywalled it. I got a little hide-a-bed couch in there. That's where I do all my private investigator work at home. And I was doing
Nice.
my podcast, and I'm up there. I swear I could go 3 months in there until I turned on the podcast or YouTube Live, and them little sons of guns would come running in there. I'm like, really? Really?
I told
Yeah.
them to get out. They're coming down the hallway to the door. Turn around at the door, where it makes all the noise in the tile, and then running
Yeah.
back out with it.
Gotta love them kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
But other than
I
that,
enjoy it.
I started that AWDA, the Arizona
I like that. That's
Working Dog Alliance, and
that's good
I've
stuff,
been
man.
I've been talking to a couple people. You know, everybody's like win, 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 but I'm trying to get my ducks in a row. And then all of a sudden, I hear of a C5, not a C3 or C4. I hear of a C5. Oh, whoa.
Hadn't heard that.
Yeah. So I'm like, what is this? And it's, I think you can just spend money, make money, you know, and I just don't want to do the nonprofit thing. You know what I mean? I mean, I want to do the make money, to spend money, to fight money.
So what's the C then? What's the C stand for?
Well, it's the 501c3
Charity?
is nonprofit organization. Yes, tax exempt.
Tax
The
exempt.
501c4, so the C3 you're only allowed to donate 10% to politics. The
Yeah.
C4 you can lobby.
Okay, and that's what Dan is. He's a C4.
Yes, but someone just brought up a C5, and I'm like, man, but I did call my CPA and said, listen, this is what I want to do. I already have a nonprofit organization, the Campfire Roots, where I wanted to get kids out hunting.
Nice.
So what I might do is just kind of that's already been done. So my C3 is already filed, and then my Arizona Working Dog Alliance is a LLC.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to play that dirty Humane Society of the United States stuff.
All right.
You know, I think when they just had that big meeting with Carol, I forgot.
Carol Baskin.
Yeah.
Tiger King lady, Carol Baskin. Oh, you froze up. You gonna unfreeze there? I think you're in the process of saying that Tiger King lady. So. Yep. Froze up. Huh. Well, I can't control anything on my end. He's got all the control on that. So, oh, now he's off it. Let's see if he hops back on.
My internet shut off. My
There
internet totally went off. It came back on.
Huh.
There's still 43 people in here waiting.
Well, they got to see you
I
sit
must
here
be
awkwardly and talk.
I think probably a good thing it went off right then. Talking about all them dummies. Right when I started talking about them guys, it went off. Maybe they're tracking me.
They're censoring you.
Oh, them guys, you know, that Wayne Pacelli, he started some other stupid organization, you know.
Oh, yeah, after he got fired from PETA.
Well, I think he resigned because he had some girl issues.
Sexual assault accusations.
Yeah, and who knows who's to say that wasn't set up by somebody who hates his guts. So,
Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
But I'll talk to you, Rowdy. Did you stay on?
Yeah, I was on.
I looked over, my internet was off. Well, that's weird. Elon Musk. I got the
Yeah.
Elon Musk. How do I get on here? Actually, Tim, we're gonna have you on Monday
Oh, shoot.
on Brett's show. We're setting it all up. So I was gonna give you a text, and we're gonna have 6 guests on Monday, and everybody's gonna
time.
get 15 minutes to tell some stories.
Nice. That'd be cool.
Yep. But I could you know what? Give me my phone. My son's playing games on my phone. I think I got. Let me see what I can do here. Didn't you message me, Tim, somewhere? You sent me an email. Did you send me an email, Tim? You have my phone number. Let me see. I'm bad about saving numbers. I probably did. Let me see. You have my phone number? Send me a text if you have my phone number. Man, I swear I had your phone number right here. Sometimes I don't save the number. Let me see here. I know you emailed me. Hang on. Stuff popping up here. Hang on, Tim. We'll get you on here. You ready to come on right now? We'll put you on before we end the show.
Yeah.
I'm looking. Copied. You go to my. I know I got your email. Sent me an email. I'm working on it, guys. Oh, hey.
Hi.
Gotta go to my right email. I got a lot of emails. Not that one. There it is. Reply. I'm going to send you a link on your email. I sent you a link on your email, Tim. Close enough? So you've been out at all? Is it getting too hot, Rowdy?
It's too hot right now, but I haven't been out. I think I may have talked to you like the day after the last time I went out when I trailed that female backwards for like 5 or 6 miles.
Yeah.
I haven't been out since then. I've been working too much, coming home, working on the kennels, and then just working a bunch of overtime. Go away.
My boy likes to knock down my green screen every time.
I don't need to.
Yes, you
No, I don't.
Can't lose my Clint Eastwood. We watched High Plains Drifter last night. So
Okay. Yeah, that was where you posted the picture of him
Yeah.
riding that big old gray.
he texted me, said phone died.
Shoot. Yeah, he said it would.
Yep. Waiting on Timothy. Man, it's been so hot here. It was
Yeah.
104 today.
It's miserable. It's
So I want to.
96 today, supposed to be pushing 100 tomorrow and the next day, and then cooling off a little bit back into the high 80s.
Yeah.
So when it's that hot, if I go hunting, I hunt at night.
Well,
And
you
then
guys can hunt all night.
Yeah, yep. And then, but it just sucks because then my whole day's ruined. I'm just dragging butt and not worth any darn. But it is nice. There's like nobody. Like I don't even have to worry about friggin' anybody on their gazers ripping up and down the roads.
Oh, I bet.
So constantly have to watch, and they freaking get like any turn. They like to spin their tires through the turns, and they just dig ruts, trenches in the middle of the freaking road. And hate it.
And
And they're
and they
just,
wonder why they pass all the laws for all these guys.
right?
Arizona, they have a person that just runs around doing OHV stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't got nothing yet, Timothy. Hasn't showed up. You have to sign in. I clicked on it, said entering live stream. Send me your phone number. Maybe it'd be easier on your phone number.
So
I bet you
I need
have
to
his
get
phone
another
number.
horse, one that ain't wore out, crippled. I've
You
been
gonna get a
thinking about
horse?
saving. I was thinking about saving up and getting a good mule, but I got so many projects going this summer. I don't know. I can't afford it, but it'd be nice to have a pack mule for this winter or fall, this deer season, elk season. So,
Yeah. I put in for deer last night here.
did you? Good luck. Good luck. Yeah, we drew.
Yeah.
I drew a buck tag and a depredation cow tag. The wife drew the same unit. We group hunted or applied as a group, so we both got the same buck tag. And then she drew a bull tag over in out south of Ely. So unit 221, 222, 223. It's a really good unit for big bulls. The average
There's
is somewhere like mid 300s. And then they'll get a
yeah.
couple out of the unit, one or two that go over 400 every year. So
There's that snow hunter. There's that snow hunter. Oh, I clicked add and he dumped off me. He was
dang.
there. Got scared. Had to go brush his hair. What?
You mentioned snow and he ran and hid.
Remove? Crap. My son said I clicked remove.
Oh,
Maybe I did. Sign back on, Timothy. It said remove. Smarter than I am. Usually I
he
click
can
down there. Oh, you know what? I
he
think
can
I
read.
double clicked it. Sign back on, Timothy. Sorry about that. I think I clicked the add and then I hit it twice
Oh, and
and
as
it
that second
removed it.
click, it hits
Mm-hmm.
remove. Okay.
He finally got on and I just kicked him right off. That's what you get for hunting snow.
Denied.
Denied. There he is. Let's try this again. There we go.
Howdy, howdy.
85 degrees here. There ain't no snow.
100 degree. How hot is that? What's your elevation?
A little bit of a delay.
Oh, it'll catch up. What's your elevation?
I was at about 3,600 today.
Okay. Yeah,
Them bit.
I live at 4,000 here in Fallon, and then I usually hunt up anywhere from 6 to 10.
Yeah, I live in 6, and I feel like I'm always hunting down in 4 and 5. So I go down the Globe, Arizona, and hunt, or if I head a little bit to the southwest, then I'll get up there in the 8,000, 7,000 feet.
Yeah.
Probably the same kind of country old Timothy's in over there.
Where are you out of, Tim?
I'm in Lewiston. I live in Lewiston.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever been up there. If I have, I was passing through.
What's your winters like up there?
Neck deep snow. When it snows here, I go to the Oregon coast and hunt bobcat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you get when it snows? Does it stick around for a while, or is it just kind of snows and goes? Wait for him to pour his coffee.
Well, two
You hear?
weeks ago, I was driving through 2 foot of snowdrift still.
Oh, shoot.
And now it's all gone.
Yeah, it's all gone now.
Yeah. So what's your summers like?
Hot, dry like yours.
I don't think it's dry like mine where I'm at.
We live in we, we live in
I,
high desert.
yeah, I'm right now. I'm down in really low desert. Like if you look up, like hell's above you, kind of desert. I'm working down in Phoenix right now, so yep,
I I used to live in Chandler.
yeah. How long ago was that?
86. Right after I quit drinking.
Oh yeah, you won't recognize it today. That's for sure. I moved south of Chandler in '86, and that was Maricopa, a little tiny town of Maricopa.
There used to be a little bar called Norton Corner.
In Chandler.
And yeah,
Yep. Nope.
and
Chandler's blown up.
yeah, it's last time I drove through there, it was unrecognizable.
It's bad. You ever remember?
Everything's blowing up.
Did you ever go down to Maricopa, town of?
No, I worked in Scottsdale for a guy named Tom Chauncey.
Huh. Yeah, no, it's all Apache Junction. It's gone. I mean, they're building houses like crazy. They even call it Santan Valley now. It's not even really Apache Junction hardly anymore.
Well, that's be racist, so they have to
That is
change it.
true. Yep, that is true. The word Apache. So what you got going on? You just been running bears? Are you guys spring bearing or what is it? I think you froze up on us.
Oh, it looks like it. I just can't get on that bear bandwagon. I don't know. I never have enjoyed the bears.
I love running bear. It's
Yeah.
just kind of extracurricular activity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing against it. It just doesn't excite me, I guess, is about the best way to put it.
yeah. I don't hunt with many people though. I don't have 15 trucks behind me. You know, when I do, it's my dad. So I have one truck behind me and maybe a kid that was getting in the dogs, you know. And I hate that. I hate having trucks behind me. I'm like, go around this mountain. Here's a radio. Here's GPS.
Yeah.
But I got the
Yeah.
300 and the 200 now. So
You said you like that 300? Or no, I was listening to somebody else saying they like the 300 now.
I haven't had no problems with it yet. Don't mean I won't.
Yeah.
But I learned it and then I got on that 200 and it drove me crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the 200 as much. Don't like it at all. I leave it in the truck.
Well, I almost lost my 300, so I hooked them up. I got them hooked up to each other now.
So I haven't done it yet, but how far can the handhelds track each other? Is it like indefinite?
I think it tracks it like a collar. I've got it on here twice, and it's double feeding. Sounds like you and Rowdy are fighting. I don't know what's going on. You froze up over here.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah. It's not letting me do nothing to him.
Huh.
Let's try this. If you want to prevent this, I have to redo it. Missy, I used to love sitting in the woods. Let me put on there. I used to sitting in the woods during deer season, just listening to the hounds chasing bear many years ago. That's sort of the game wardens. I know a game warden that used to sit up on a mountain, and he knew where them bears were running. He knew where they were treeing. He knew. So, hang on. He's going to try to come back on. Let's try it again. You must got that.
I can see and hear you.
Yeah, you must got that good service over there.
There, is that better?
There
Yeah.
you go.
Loud and clear.
I had it on my phone twice, and it was echoing between itself.
Huh. Well, it was locked on here. I had to kick you from the studio to make it work.
That my whole phone froze up. My wife had to send me a text message so I could get back on here.
Phew.
Well, tell us some bear hunting stories there, Tim.
What do you want to know? I didn't
don't
bear
know.
hunt till I don't even know when I started bear hunting.
Is it in the family, or are you first generation?
I'm first generation. Nobody in my family has anything to do with hunting, but my oldest brother did, but he passed away last April.
Yeah.
Me and him used to do a lot of whitetail hunting in Georgia. But
What
everybody
dogs
else
you
in my
running?
family, mostly walkers. Mostly
Yeah.
walkers. I got one that's got a plot and red bone and everything else in the litter, and then I got one that's a plot. But I'm mostly running walkers.
Yeah. What line? What line are those? Just a grade line from somewhere, or do you know?
Most of them they came out of, original breeding came out of Idaho, but now he lives in Oregon. I'm not going to throw names. He don't like his names on out there.
Oh.
That's
That's not
you see it
Nick's.
probably
That's
too.
not Nick's buddy, is it?
No, I know
Oh.
Nick's buddy.
Yeah, he don't
I
like
know
it.
Nicholas. I know Nicholas's mentor.
Yeah.
Heck, I'm not going to throw that out there either.
Maybe we'll have to give a reward for the for the name.
But this guy is a breeder. I got mostly high TM walkers. That'll tell you something right there.
Yeah. Do you you only been hunting bear, or you hunting anything else?
Well, I started out when I first got into hunting. Bear hunting was my thing. I was 18 years old. We moved to Washington State when I was 14 from Louisiana,
Yeah.
That's a big change.
and from 14 to 16, I wasn't even in the woods hardly. My brother was stationed in Bremerton when he was in the Navy, my oldest brother, and he'd come down and go elk hunting with me a little bit. But after he got shipped off to Italy, I just wasn't into hunting. And one of my buddies said, "Hey, you want to go hound hunting with me?" Sure, why not? So we went out and run a couple bear, and that got me into hounds. I've always had dogs all my life. When I was a kid, I had Weimaraners. And
What'd you use those for?
beating up neighbors' dogs.
That'll do it.
Deputy sheriff come knocked on the door one night and said, "You need to put y'all's dogs up. We got an escaped convict." I said, "Our dogs will catch them before yours will." And but I got into hounds. I hunted with other people till about from 80 to about 93 before I started getting hounds. I got my first hound was given to me by the guy that got me into hounds. His dad gave me my first hound. 2 years old, never been off chain. And I took him out on the beach, on the Columbia River on one of the beaches up here, and just started coon hunting with him, turned him into a good strike dog, good tree dog, good locate dog. I just started working with dogs after that. I've had decent dogs all along, but this pack I got right now is top notch.
Does you good then.
Every time I go out,
Good
one or
deal.
two every time I go out.
And you're just running bears with this pack of dogs?
No, I catch bobcat, I catch lion, I catch bear with them. I don't snow hunt.
No.
Here, if you snow hunt here, you have to have a track machine.
Yeah.
I don't see spending $30,000-$40,000 to get a track machine to go up and play in the snow when I can spend $200 and drive to the Oregon coast and go bobcat hunting
Yep.
and catch just as many bobcat as I do bear.
Yeah. Is it how expensive is it get hunting over there? What do you got to do over there? Just get an out of state tag and license?
To in Idaho or Oregon?
No.
Oregon.
When you go to Oregon.
Oregon bobcat.
If you hunt bobcat in Oregon, it's non-resident fur taker's license, $407. A Bobcat card's $36.50 or $37.50.
Yeah.
That's not that hard to do. That's just you go to the Department of Fish and Wildlife and buy it. In Idaho, to get a hound permit here, you have to file by December 1st. I think they draw on the 7th. They only give out 70 out-of-state permits, non-resident
Yeah.
permits a year.
So
What
I'd
does
asked
that
them
run?
about it. Like they don't do a quota system on it, as in like, or not quota, but like a point system on it. They don't tell you what like the draw odds are on it. I went to the sheep show in Reno this past spring, and I talked with the Idaho Fish and Game, and they knew pretty much nothing about drawing hound hunting license. So they basically don't keep any statistics on it.
It's, I mean, you probably win the lottery before you get a draw over here.
Yeah.
But
How
it
many
don't
people
really
apply
cost.
every year? Do you know?
I have no clue. My buddies have been trying for years to get over here, and I've got buddies that's never been drawn in 30 years.
So I imagine
Whoa.
there's quite a few people putting in.
Sounds like it.
What?
What channel do you run?
Who's
On your
here?
radio? Oh, never mind.
Who is it?
Nick.
144, 100.
Okay.
Now y'all know my radio frequency.
You
That's
do
my-
the ham radio?
Yeah, we all do up here.
You got a
VHF,
license?
UHF. What's that?
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was about to say.
If they want to get up for bear hunt with ham radios instead of all these computer hackers and shit like that, more power to them.
In the old days, the FCC was really good. They were good.
You know, in
on it.
Alaska is your only means of communication. The remote
Yeah.
Alaska.
Yeah.
They don't make them get ham permits.
No,
That's
I
their
remember
only means of communication.
in the 90s, those FCC guys would drive around with their sidebands trying to catch us guys talking on our sidebands.
Yeah.
We were juiced up real bad. I'm talking where you could come over people's radio stations and stuff. It would interfere. But I mean, we were talking to Honolulu and like we were talking to everybody. We was talking to everybody. We had you couldn't run, you have to have your car running with a good alternator or you'd kill your battery because you had your linear in there just sucking down the juice.
Yeah, I got one of those sitting out in the garage. I was trying to figure out a way to hook it up to my ham radio.
Yeah. Everybody,
I
I always grew up with the 102-inch whip antenna.
Me too.
So that's why
Hanging in the garage.
That's why all my trucks got them on it.
I got a Connex 4800 that's been turned up and peaked and tweaked and played with. And then I got a 3,000 watt linear I put in line with it. I had to run 2 alternators and 3 batteries.
You'll talk. You get to talk to that old black feller over there in Alabama on Channel 6.
I talked to people in Guam, Japan. You talk to people all over. Get the skip right.
Oh, you get that good skip on a good day.
Get up high.
Yep. I always ran the Galaxy. I had the Cobra 148 for a long time, but then I had the Uniden Bearcat, and now it's a good radio. And then I have a couple of Galaxy 88s now.
This Connex 4800 that I got's the same radio as a 148.
It took the guts out, threw it in something else.
Yep, gave it another name.
Cut the buffers.
Oh, we went in and stripped it. It's got I got an echo board in it. I got a open mod. It'll talk. Run the static mics.
I tell you what, these people right now that got their little cell phones, a lot of the truckers, aren't even English speaking fellers anymore. A lot of them are of the Indian descent and they have no radios.
Wearing that headgear.
You have no radios in those trucks. You go, I remember going down, I turned my Roger beep up and I had one of them real real queer ones, which is
Annoying,
I
annoying.
could change it. Oh, real bad. And them truckers, turn your Roger beep off. And then you'd key him up, and I'd get next to him, key him up, where it'd cut him off, you know. But now you go down I-40 or I-25 or I-10, nothing.
No, they're all on their cell phones anymore.
Nothing. Boring.
Either that or they're all going to these ham radios and running off the wall frequencies.
Yep.
No, I mean a lot of those JB Hunt drivers and Swift drivers and stuff like that, they all got company radios.
Yeah.
So they don't.
It's no fun no more. No fun.
Nope. I mean, the CB radio is a dying thing, but if things go down, you're gonna wish you had one.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna be a rich mother effer. I got piles of them.
Got them stocked up in the yard, huh?
You know, the scrapyard, my scrapyard. A lot of people brought those in. Grandma and Grandpa died. They clean out the house.
Oh, no kidding.
And I've got a lot of Cobra. I got a couple of the Cobra 19 Watchmans. That they light up, night watch.
Yeah, the good looking radio. I never was a big fan of them.
They're for 16-year-old kid. You know,
but
have a little CV.
The Cobra 25 is a good talking little radio too, though.
Yep.
You get in those, you can really turn them up.
I got a little tiny President now in my truck. It's real small and it does pretty good for what I'm talking.
Yeah. I tried running
I got one of
a
my
couple
trucks.
radios on my truck, and I just can't keep from busting antennas.
Put a spring on them.
I got a whip antenna with a big old coil spring.
Yeah.
Put a spring on them.
Well, I keep shearing them off under limbs, on limbs.
I used to.
If you look at that picture of my truck I sent you, Chris, I've got 2 antennas on my headache rack.
Yeah.
I broke them antennas a dozen times. Went down to W, and Buddy gave me 2 with springs on them. I ain't broke them yet.
I got a guy who makes my antennas, and he uses a piece of cable, and he sets everything up for me, and that's for my. So what I run is that Cobra. It's the Marine one.
Oh, I got
45F. Yeah, it's a Cobra 45F, and he builds my antennas for me. And it's a piece of cable instead of a hard, and it works. It does me real good.
I just got one of W's.
Ripped cords out of where the mounts. I've ripped cords out. I've broke mounts. I've broke antennas off. It just.
Yeah, but you drive a Ford Ranger. Toyota
everywhere.
don't do that.
I'm rough on my stuff. Like I'm too rough.
Because that's what I'm saying. You take your time in a Toyota Ford Ranger, you just crash through it.
I bust through.
You're not going to hurt nothing.
I drive through trees.
Increase the value of it.
I've never lost a whip antenna. I've broke a lot of fluorescent lights in airports and parking garages, but
just busting,
a lot of lights out. I used to go to Ace. I used to go to Ace Hardware and pick up some hay every once in a while. And they said, "We'll bring it out to you because you keep breaking our lights because it hits that garage door, comes back and whips that fluorescent up there." So, no, I like that whip. You don't have to adjust it. You get a good ground on it, you're good to go. I know a guy that used to back up to the ocean and throw a chain in it to ground his truck.
Yep. Huh. Make a ground plane out of his truck out in the ocean.
Yep. And it would just send him out there.
You do that in the snow too.
No kidding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, get up if you just ground your truck to the snow. You ever seen those braided copper static lines you can hang from the bottom of your truck?
No.
You throw one of those out, you get in the snow, and your whole truck becomes a ground. The whole snow, everything within a certain radius of you becomes a ground plane. You get out way better.
Okay.
I think me and Nicholas got talking about that.
Then?
Yep.
Okay.
I used to have a
Me
book
and,
called Truth About Antennas, and I don't know where it went. I was going to give it to Nicholas.
Yeah, me and Nicholas got talking about that, and old Brett just,
Well,
you know,
if
because
you're going to hunt,
there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it. You know, a lot of people just throw their antenna somewhere on a bumper or something, but you know, all your antennas receive from the bottom, send from the top. So your wide plane, you're setting that on top of your truck. Like mine's on my dog box right in front of behind my cab, so I have that little bit of plane to suck up some juice. But you know,
Yeah.
your top of your truck, why it's in the center of the top of the truck, kind of funnels that in there a little bit.
I see.
yeah, I got, so my drive tracks, I got both my antennas on my headache rack. My ICOM I got on my driver's fender, and then my CB radio I got on my passenger fender.
Yep.
See, what I was thinking
Get,
about doing, I was thinking about getting those metal whips, not the real big 102-inch ones, but getting like a 5-foot metal whip, and then I put it on either side of my headache rack. One would be for my my Marine, and one for CB.
Mhm.
What is
you
that
have
far
to,
enough away from each other? I know they're supposed to be a distance apart, but I
They're
don't
supposed to
know.
be 6
you're,
foot.
you're in the fire department. Go talk to the person that does all your communication stuff. You have to tune those antennas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, my problem is I'm almost hour and a half from headquarters where that guy is.
Yeah, but still go talk to him. He can't come to your station.
Yeah.
But just talk to him when he's in there. Find out. Say, hey, well, how do I tune my antennas?
Yep.
That's a good idea. I never thought about that.
Take them on a
Okay.
line hunt.
There you
He's
go.
kind of a nerdy guy. I don't know if he's be interested.
You know, those are my favorite people. The people who haven't hunted, the nerdy guys. They're my favorite people because those are the non-hunters that you can get on your
You're right.
side. That's that
You're
one
right.
signature you might need.
Yeah, all
My
my
favorite people.
firefighters, I tell them about line hunting. They're all like, they all want to come out hunting with me now, and I always tell them, hey, yeah, I'm always going. You're welcome to come out. Just $20 for gas or something.
I
Yeah.
don't even do that. In the state of Idaho, if you get paid, if they buy you a cup of coffee, you're getting paid.
Arizona, same way.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, I
Arizona,
didn't
same
even
way.
think about that.
If somebody goes hunt with me, they have to fend for themselves, and I have to fend for
Yeah.
myself. They can't even
Shoot,
buy my
that's
gas.
wow.
You're getting paid, and then you're a guiding without a license.
Oh, no kidding. I never even thought about it that
It's
way.
a big gray area. It's a big gray area.
Huh.
So, you know,
Like my hunting buddy from Oregon can come over here and go with me. He can pay for everything because he doesn't have an out of state permit. He's not hunting.
Okay. But as soon as they're
But
hunting.
but if I
well, if
take
they
like
kill something,
if I take my neighbor guy out and he's a registered, he's a resident hunter, he can't pay for nothing but his stuff.
Why are you coming in and telling
Yep.
me?
Mommy said so.
What?
And she wants you to change it.
I've
Is
got
that
to
the
change a
barrel
diaper
racer?
here.
Is that the barrel racer?
My
Is that
wife
one the
is,
barrel
yeah.
racer?
My daughter's learning. You pooped? Okay. I got to go change a diaper. I'll be back here in a few minutes, guys. All right, come on, boy.
But
so what else you got
yeah,
going on up there?
pardon me.
What else you got going on up there, Tim?
Yeah, I'm just hunting right now, hunting,
You
looking for work.
retired?
They shut my shop down after I run it for 6 years.
Oh wow.
Mother company come in and shut me down, laid everybody off.
Well, they like to do that.
And think I'm gonna go back up to Alaska and work in the gold mine where I was working before I took that job for
You
till
just-
September, and then come back and do fall bear.
Do you guide there?
I do not.
Oh, just hunt on your own.
Yeah, well, my favorite hunting partner is my wife. She's killed more bear in the state than I have.
I've been waiting for a bear. I killed one in 2010. It was the first one we treated with a dog. It was a little boar, maybe 150 pounds.
She's killed 3 bear in this and I always told her when we moved over here that she has first pick a bear, and if it was a color phased bear, it was mine, regardless. I've never killed a color phased bear.
Yeah.
Well, this area I hunt, I'd say 85% of the bear we treat are color phased.
Yeah.
And we're just in a rich color phased area. So we were running a bear one day, and her dog actually took the race and ran the whole race by himself. All the other dogs dropped out, or I picked them up, but I got them back in. Actually, two of her dogs ran that race. And I found where it crossed the road, and it was, I don't know if I sent you that picture, that real white cinnamon bear, real light colored one.
Did you? I don't think you did.
I might have.
I think you did. We see you. You could come sit down and talk to us if you want. Your dad's gone. She's poking in there.
He, both of her dogs, two of her dogs ran that whole race by themselves.
Yeah.
And treated that bear. Well, I fed all the other dogs into them, and they went screaming down the hill, and it pulled those two off the tree, and they come up, and then they went back down. They run a big circle around that tree and run another 500 yards and treed again.
Different bear, same bear?
Same bear.
Oh.
And we were
The
going
bear-
into the tree, and I told her, I said, "You're shooting this bear." And she says, "But you said you get the first color phase bear." I said, "No, your dogs ran this race. You're shooting this bear."
Yep.
And her dogs did all the work on it. My good dogs dropped out. And then so her first bear, the same dog ran her first bear. Yeah, the same day the year before.
Yeah.
And he did the same thing. He led the whole race, everything. So on September 23rd is her day to kill bear. Except last year she got it on September 28th. She got a big red one. That big red one I sent you on the back of the dog box.
Yeah. So you
Brett,
got a lot
get
of.
on here.
He was on here
Pardon me?
earlier. Oh, do you got
Was
a
he
lot
on?
of color? You just got a lot of color phase bears, or you got? Is it all just kind of? You got any black bear over there? Black, jet black.
Yeah, I treat them with black muzzles, just jet black from head to toe. I treat them with mask. You got a blonde mask, gold mask, whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
I treat just about every killer bear there is to treat. We treat chocolate ones. We treat a blue one over here, which is one of your rare black bears color phases.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
What color was it?
Your chocolate
They
milk.
call it blue.
Is it like a dirty gray?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
So your colors in your color phase. Your colors in your color phase are black, cinnamon, red, brown, blonde, and blue.
I've
Chocolate.
seen everything but the blue.
Yeah.
And chocolate.
I'm afraid I'd have had to shoot that blue.
It was just a cub.
Oh,
It's about the color of your shirt, Chris.
Like a bluish gray.
Yeah.
you got your milk. All right.
Yeah, it was about a 40-pound cub, 50-pound cub.
Okay.
So we let it go. Where we hunt, I mean, you're more apt to get a color phase bear than you are a black bear.
Yeah. That's over here in Nevada. All the ones I've ever seen were color face. Haven't seen a black one yet.
You know, Elizabeth was real. We treat a real jet black one, real jet. I know Elizabeth. She was ready to shoot. She kind of regrets not shooting it because it was jet black.
Maltese colored.
Hey, stay out of my dresser.
I've got some jet black ones downstairs. Some cinnamons.
Yeah, the only one I ever killed, I'd shot with a bow and arrow in like 2005 over in California, and it was jet black, gorgeous. He was about 225, maybe 250 pounds. Little white patch on his chest, diamond shape. Typical brown muzzle, brown dots above the eyes. Just a gorgeous bear.
My wife shot one 2 years ago. It was just about blonde.
That's cool.
And it had a big white V on his chest.
Yeah.
I don't see those here in Arizona.
And
The white chested.
they say the color phasing comes from inbreeding.
Really?
Huh.
I don't
I hadn't
know.
heard that.
That's
I thought it came from demographics because
Yeah.
down in the hotter weather, lower country, I see the color phase. Up here in the high country, I see a lot of the black.
Yeah. I was on my way to work last week. I looked up in the meadow, right on Highway 88, Silver Lake, below Silver Lake, and I saw two bears in the meadow. One big blonde or cinnamon. Sorry, not a blonde. Big cinnamon and a smaller, real dark black one. They were feeding together, so I assume it was either a boar and a sow or a female with just a
Older.
100-pound cub or something.
I don't know what YouTube channel it is, but if you go on the type in Idaho polar bear, one of these backcountry hunters, pack-in hunters, shot a white bear up here.
Huh.
I'm talking white bear, black bear. He was racist. He didn't want to be black anymore.
What? That's on YouTube.
Call him Michael
They
Jackson.
call it the Idaho polar bear.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch that. I haven't heard of that.
This bear is white as well till they shot it, then it was red. Me and my hunting buddy, my bobcat hunting buddy, are gonna come to Nevada and hunt cougar someday.
Yeah, it's over the counter. It'll cost you about what is it, $250 or so?
$285.
Is it up to $285 now?
Yep. That's one of his dream hunts. And he doesn't have the best dogs. He catches coon, he catches occasional bobcat, but you don't have much for cougar, big game dog.
Yeah.
He comes over here and rides with me, and I hunt his dog. I forget what year it was. I'll find it and send you a link, Chris.
You better watch out. You're gonna fall. It's gonna hurt.
What? The polar bear?
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm gonna see if I can. Let me see.
It's
me
like
try
a
to-
24-minute video or something like that.
Trying to figure out how to share my screen. Okay. Share screen. Let me try it.
Hey,
Let me try it
it
here.
isn't gonna be loud. Go outside.
That's got work for me to do.
It's talking to you.
Window. Let me see what I can. Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's hard.
All right. Stop. Don't put your head in the way. Oh, look how blonde that thing is.
Is it showing a full screen there or no?
Yeah. So for us, or for me, we're all on the left-hand side of the screen, and little thumbnails, and then it's taking up about a quarter of the screen in the middle.
All right. You can see it?
Sorta ish, yeah.
I don't
That's
know
a
what
pretty
part of
bear right
Idaho
there.
that was in. I don't know if that was down by Elk City or up by where we hunt. Because I got 2 units out past me that are pretty much walk-in. They're I hunt
Pretty
in
blonde.
10. I hunt in 8A and 10A. Yeah, let's see the face on that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look too big. Looks kind of lean.
Let me see if I can. They got it
You
killed.
don't get a lot of
See
real
how
big
big-
bear. Yeah, you don't get a lot of real big bear here.
Ain't very
Yeah.
big bear, is it? That a female?
Even the
Look like a
nose is
female.
white.
Yeah.
So
Well, even
a
that
lot of your color
pigmentation
face
of the skin looks white.
looks albino because his nose is
Yeah.
white.
Yeah.
And
That's a little,
I
what,
don't think
150
albinos
pound
are
bear,
protected
maybe?
here.
Yeah, that's what I was
Maybe.
guessing. It ain't too big.
The one I shot a couple weeks ago, I'd
100
say it was
pounds.
probably 220. I got 75 pounds of meat off of her.
Yeah. Out here, our bears, I say our
Yeah.
bears, most of the bears I see here in Nevada are 300 plus. And I'll see tracks from, younger ones, but I seen one last summer. That sucker, I thought it was a dang Mustang as it was walking across a ridge top. And I had to do a double check, a double look. That thing was huge.
Yep.
I'm looking at it from like a mile, right?
They don't get pressured like they do here.
No,
I
they
got
don't
some
here.
deep, I get some deep canyons up here that your bait hunters will get big bear out of, 500-600 pounders. But they stay in those deep canyons way back in the areas that don't have any roads.
Yeah. Yeah, we only have 40 or 45 permits a year. And our
And up here,
population's like 500 bears or something, they say, maybe 800 bears.
I
Forget.
think we're at like 30,000 or something like that.
Yeah, they just
let's
came
talk
out and
about
said
California numbers.
they said that
70,
California's
60, 70,000.
upwards of 85,000. Yeah.
It's because they don't have bear
That's
hunting. We
because
used to go to Happy Camp. There used to be an old hound hunter by the name of Johnny Young. He passed away a couple of years ago. And we used to go to Happy Camp down there around where he hunted. And you could sneeze and start a bear. But that was some steep ground.
I don't know if you'd
Yeah.
make any good dogs. I don't think you think those dogs would be good if you had too many bear where it's not hard to, where you're not really having to work for them.
That all depends on if you get running bear. Like that one I run today, he run all over the place.
Color changes. The color. Do you think? Well, that bear looked young, so it's not about age either, is it? Color phasing.
No, color phasing. So you got areas up here that get hunted hard, and a lot of bear get taken out of, and they have black bear. They don't see any color phase bear. You might get one every now and then. The area we hunt in, you get a lot of color phase bear. The outfitter out there pretty much, I'll guarantee you a color phase bear that on his hunts.
Missy Fix. I knew old Johnny Young.
Johnny Young was a great man. A lot of stories with that man.
He's still around, or is he gone?
He passed away a few years ago. Can't take your dog and throw it on the tailgate and neuter it right there. No painkillers, nothing. Old rusty razor blade.
Would he band them or would he do the full
Just
cut
cut
them
'em.
out?
He'd cut them out, throw them on the tailgate, grab them, slice them open, pull them out, cut the cord.
Oh,
That makes my stomach hurt.
yeah.
I should. Doctor didn't use it. He used painkillers. Johnny didn't
Mhm.
use any kind of painkiller.
I got painkillers when I had it done.
Yep.
It was local anesthetic though, so it hurt
Excuse-
going in there.
Yeah.
He used to,
Excuse to sit around and watch cowboy movies the rest of the weekend.
Right.
he,
You know,
He used
I
to-
got when I
Johnny used
happened.
to come to our field trials and he would bring all his branding irons, his dry ice, his alcohol, everything. He'd brand your dogs for you. He was just a great old man, super great old man. And yeah, exactly, Missy. He'd help anybody that needed help. He'd help them. But he'd brand your dogs for free. He'd neuter your male dogs for you for free.
What are you
He just
yawning for, Rowdy?
Oh, I'm tired. I
12 yards of concrete?
tied one on last night, and I've been up since 4 o'clock.
get stuck in the woods again.
No, he was pouring.
No,
He was
I poured
pouring 12
concrete
yards of
slab this
concrete.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, starting. I finally got the concrete poured for my new kennels. So
See, a lot of people kill their dogs up separate and have
yeah,
like a 5x10 run for their dogs or whatever. I
that's what
got
it's going
one
to
big
be.
kennel.
I've heard about that, but I don't want the puppies and my males. They
Watch your
start to get
dog.
growly whenever the females come into heat. So
Well,
I
I've never
he
had.
has a yard. He's gonna put a yard on it.
yeah, I'll have a community yard that they can all go play in, and I'll let all the males out at one time, all the females out at one time, kind of thing. But whenever I'm cleaning kennels and the
As long
females
as
are getting heat,
as long as I've been running dogs, I've never had an accidental litter.
I did, and it was just because I went out hunting and then didn't see that she was in heat, and as soon as I turned them out and turned away, they were hooked up.
I got 2 male chihuahuas that'll hump anything if it starts coming in the heat. And as soon as they show interest, I
They
throw
go
them
to kill 'em.
females out.
You
Yep.
know what? I had the same thing. I used to have a male chihuahua run around with me. He'd herd cattle, he'd herd
That's not
horses,
out of the room.
he'd herd pigs. He'd if he was sitting by a dog box or but he could never breed them.
Yeah.
One day, my
Got
vodka
one laying
dog,
down.
something,
That's one of them.
and
We have
I
a
had a
dachshund.
litter, and they got the parvo real bad because it's small dogs, you know. But I was gonna keep one
That's
for
the other.
squirrels.
This is my little buddy right here. He's not my ride or die. Moo, come here. Come here, Moo. Moose, come here.
Well, Rowdy, you're looking tired.
I am.
I got chores to do. We've been on 2 hours. It don't feel like it.
No, it went by fast.
It did.
Come here. Moose, come here.
Yep. So I'm gonna go feed the dogs. You guys have a great evening. Good talking to you.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
my
you
ride or
for
die.
having me on. Moose. What is
Moose.
moose?
He's a white cloud walker.
I got you.
I've heard of
12 years old.
Well,
I think Brett said he had white cloud walkers.
I think
Okay.
so.
I think he said he had some white clouds.
I'm tired, Brett. Yeah, it's been one of them days. Tim, thanks for coming on.
yep. Nice meeting you, Tim.
Anytime. Anytime.
Well, next Monday, I think we're gonna have about 6 people jump on and tell a story and jump off.
What kind of
Cool.
story you want? I got a bunch of them.
The worst one is the best one.
The wrecks. They're the funnest.
Walking to a coon tree and finding a cougar in it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Henry McIntyre offered him one, so he don't have none. But, all right, guys.
Yes, sir.
Tim?
Old Moose is a good dog. All right. Take
I
care.
appreciate it, and we'll get
Thanks,
you on
gentlemen.
again.
Thanks for having me on.
No problem.
You bet.
All right.
Bye.
All right, guys. Man, 2 hours went by quick. Got a couple people on here. Good show, guys. Thanks, Brett. Hey, Chris, I was trying to get some dogs freeze branded. I went ahead and stuck it to my leg. It's not bad. Now you're supposed to hold it 45 seconds on human skin. So next time I do it, I'm gonna do it. That way, and any of these dummies say, "Oh, you're hurting your dogs." I said, "Well, I don't hurt that bad." What do we got? Monday night. Me and Brett will be back on. You'll see an advertisement. You're gonna have to send an email if you want to jump on. We're gonna take probably 6 people, tell a story. Missy Fix. I think you should jump on. 15 minutes of fame. We're gonna try to get that Holly Moore on. Thanks to them. Minex95. I don't know who you are, but you should jump on. Send an email. What was your? There's no sense. There's no feeling. Where there's no exactly. Hey Brett, what's your email again? Brett at Born 100 Years Too Late, I believe. Or you can send me an email. Anecdote of a Houndsman at outlook.com. And let me type it in here. Anecdote. Oh, you know what? I have it on a banner. Anecdote of a Houndsman, outlook.com. If you guys want to be on next Monday's show, 15 minutes of fame, you'll see the thumbnail. We'll make you famous. We have this coming up. It's going to be here quicker than you think because it's already June. First annual Arizona Hound Hunters Rendezvous. What are we doing there? We don't know. Nobody knows. We're going to eat some steak. We're going to build campfire, whether we're allowed to or not. We're going to tell some stories. We're going to drink some whiskey. Maybe if I get my ledged up whiskey, I'll bring a shot glass. Everybody take a shot just for the heck of it. Conservation. I'm slow. Banners. Come on, guys. Save the Hunt, Colorado. These guys are fighting and trying to set precedents for the rest of the country. Go to Save the Hunt, Colorado. Don't be a puss. Donate $10. That's all you need. $10. Donate 100. I don't care. Help Dave Gates. Also, if you haven't heard the Bear Grease podcast that came out today, listen to it. Bear Grease podcast with Dan Gates. Go listen to it. What else we got? Let me see. Comments. Uh-oh. Lost it. Where's no sense? See you down the trail a bit. Yes, sir, Jeremiah. So all you snow hunters, you're out of luck for the rest of the season. For us desert hunters, it's too hot. So anything you want to say? Playing games on my phone? My boy's hiding over here playing games on my phone. You don't got nothing to say? Like and subscribe. Anything of mine? Anything else? That's it. I will see you guys next week. Trying to think of anything else we got. Probably not. Anyways, keep your powder dry and stay safe out there, guys.